You read that title right. A Goofy movie is now a board game. Let's talk about these pieces and all the other things that you get inside a Goofy movie game in this unboxing video. Welcome back to Eye2Eye, the place where we talk about anything and everything Disney. My name is Kyle, and I'm going to be taking you today through another one of our unboxing videos. This time, the A Goofy Movie game, a surprise gift that I got from my wife, Jessica, the co-host, the other part, the better half, let's be honest, of the channel that is Eye2Eye, Kyle and Jessica. So, let's talk about this game today. Never heard of it before. Obviously, if you know me, if you've been to this channel for a long time, I'm a huge fan of a Goofy movie. So when I saw this as a surprise Valentine's Day gift for me from her, you know my love for her just increased even more. So let's take a look like we like to do in these unboxing videos. We're going to try to go through this a little bit slowly, so this won't be so much of a quick overview of everything. And we're not even really talking about gameplay because I'm actually just opening this for the very first time, so you guys can take a look at it with me. I always like to start by looking at the actual box before I open it up, just for any hidden details, anything that might stick out. Obviously, you know, there's just characters, designs on all of this thing for ages 7 and up. Obviously different colors. It's a very colorful box, and it actually sticks out a lot to me when I first got it handed over to me by Jessica. So on the back, you can already see kind of a little bit about the gameplay. If you'd like to slow down or pause this video and read through some of that, you can. We're not going to be going through all the instruction or anything like that, but to me, through a quick reading of the back and just kind of analyzing it, it looks a lot like the game. There's actually several games out there. It's called Trekking, I think is what it's called, or several other games out there where you go across a map and kind of collect pieces and things like that, which fits right in with the roadmap that Goofy and Max took on A Goofy Movie. So there's a good look at the outside of the game and some basics about it as well that you can pick up on. Let's now open up this, again, very beautiful box. Now, first things first, a lot of you, I will always remind you to take a look on the inside of the top of the box because you never know what you're going to find in there. Some games we found clues to what's coming next, but here you just see a lot of the artifacts from the movie. Camcorder, the map, the flippers, the vest, the possum hat, all kinds of good stuff in the back of this, the top of this box, I should say. So I'm going to set that aside for now. As always, when you open up one of these boxes right here, you're going to see the actual instructions usually showing right at the top, and that is the case. So let's take a look at it. Obviously same design as the box, Powerline, bold, and in the front there, Roxanne, Goofy, Pete, I almost called him Pete Jr. All there on Bobby's on the front. So a little bit about the instructions. Again, if you really want to and slow down and read the instructions, you should be able to see them pretty well there. It's only one little pamphlet that opens up, unfolds into another page. So nice and concise instructions there that if you'd like to learn a little bit about it, I will let you do that yourself, but this is mainly just for unboxing purposes. And look at this right here. Just when you open this up, first thing you see is Powerline himself. Incredible. And I know that's shining on there a little bit, so I'm gonna try to keep that off of there as much as I can, but wow, look at him. Just, oh man, that makes me so happy. Just, it feels like you're opening up a record or something when you see Powerline like front and center right there. Let's open this up some more. Opened up, this is obviously going to be your game board. Now, obviously, when opening this up, we want to be careful, and obviously when you're opening the packaging of this, you want to be careful not to cut the board and, you know, ruin it before you have to. Wow, just look at this thing already unfolding. Just given how my camera's set up right now, we're probably not going to be able to show you in one full shot. I don't know, it looks pretty good from there. The extent of the board, but I'll move it around a little bit for you guys. Right there, a just poster for Powerline. Honestly, I kind of want to just put this up and not play the game, to be honest with you. I love this. Final tour show, Los Angeles, one night only. This is better than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. Just the board alone. The game board, obviously the map from the movie, all across the United States and spots, even down into Mexico, that you can stop, and looks like Powerline's tour here or something like that. Different locations they went. And then up at the top, different cards, blue, pink, orange, green, that I'm sure that you'll be earning along the way. Like I said, seems a lot like some other games that you've seen out there, whether, you know, it's a variety of them. Trekking is the one that keeps coming to mind. The one with the railroads that I'm blanking on right now that Jessica loves, that's another one that is not popping into my head right now for some reason that it reminds me of. But there's your board. Really good look at that. Again, slow that down or pause it if you're wanting to see a little bit more about the board. But for now, we're gonna gently fold this thing up, and Kyle's gonna try really hard not to put that up on his wall. For the rest of the unboxing, we're gonna take a look at some of these smaller pieces again and take a look at what comes in some of that. Obviously, some decks of cards, or a deck of cards and a deck of smaller cards. And then some game pieces, which are always fun to look at, especially when they're little figurines. So we'll pull those out. And a cool looking die as well. So let's go ahead and, oh, one more thing down there I missed. Some question pieces that it looks like. All right, so let's move this aside for a second. I want to get a better look at this die though. I just said I wasn't going to take the other pieces out, but now I'm interested in this, to be honest with you. So look at this die, all the different symbols on it. So you got a power line, Goofy, and two power lines, Goofy, power line. That's going to be interesting to see how that die is played there. That's really, really cool. I'm really loving the aesthetics of this game thus far. Really neat. Some of these pieces. Remember on the back, they're all just question marks. 2 points. 2 points. 2 points for, yep, for those little tokens that you have there. So that's really cool. Move those over to the side. Now we've got some cards that we need to open up, both of these decks. We'll take a look at the smaller ones first. All right, there you go. So we'll just do a very short, brief shuffle. I won't call it a shuffle, but just move through these cards again. If you're wanting more details, there's gonna be videos about how to play this game, I'm sure, out there, but we're just gonna take a quick look at some of them. Numbers on them with characters and different colors and different instructions down below. Doesn't look like there's a lot of variation on these thus far, which is why we're not going to spend a lot of time on them. But you can at least get a really good look about what's all in there. So now we've gotten into Roxanne. So it looks like the figurines, I'm going to take a quick peek. Yeah, the figurines are all the different characters, so these probably correspond with those figurines. There's Roxanne, colors, instructions, numbers, all together. All of Roxanne together right there. Got here, again, same type of thing. It's not really anything extra about it other than a different character. Same variation of colors, instructions, numbers, this time with Bobby. All right, so you got Bobby, PJ, it looks like, yep, Max, and Roxanne that you play with in those small cards. Not really sure what those all go into, but you can get a good look at them all right there. All right, so let's take a look at it. Here's the back of a lot of the cards. In the very front of the deck, it looks like instruction cards, yep. 4 different versions of those, so I'm guessing this is a up to 4-person player game. Quick reference card. Take a look at that and pause if you need to. But all the same. Okay. So on the back of all these cards, the Goofy Family Scrapbook, which it looks like these are gonna what you're gonna be collecting. So we'll take a slow walk through some of these as much as we can. Figured I should start laying some of these things out for you guys to see in the background while we're doing this, because why not, right? Makes it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. All right, let's take a look at some of these here. Pit Stop, remember that. Road Trip, 6 points. Good Memories, that's the Possum Park right there. More Possum Park. I love that all the different scenes are showing up in here. The Perfect Cast. And obviously, if you figured out by now, our channel goes by I2I and Kyle and Jessica, obviously, but I2I is a reference to this movie. Pit Stop. So you got Pit Stop, Road Trips, Good Memories so far. Different scenes that you will see throughout the movie. I don't think we've had a repeat yet, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm just not paying attention, but I think these are all different stops along the map thus far. The gorge, more gorge right there. Almost there. The monster truck show. Out in the desert. There's lots of the gorge. Oil refinery. Man, everywhere. Spend a lot of time in that gorge, don't we? There you go. It's a sports stadium. On the road. We're a little over halfway through here. And the reason I'm going a little bit slower this time is we had some people requesting that we go a little bit slower. But I know that a lot of you just kind of want to get to the figurines, so we're going to get there. These off-brand version of like the chipmunks that got wet on that. Good memories. Yep. So far I'm not, unless I'm just not paying attention, I haven't seen any repeats. All different, obviously names at the top, different scenes, different, looks like point values or things that you get. The more I'm kind of looking at the cards, the game board, their pieces, it's not exactly like Ticket to Ride or Trekking. Looks like it's that combined with maybe something else like a Sushi Go or something like that, where you get the most of these points or something like that. But maybe still similar to Ticket to Ride in that. Bigfoot. At the theme park. The road. More gorge. And of course, back in the neighborhood. So that's all of your cards. Now the big thing that everybody wants to see, whether you've watched some of our villainous unboxings or things like that, and I saw we had nice little figurines to look at, I got really excited. So let's take a look at them. All right, so we got 6 pieces, it looks like. If I'm counting correctly, yes. Let's take a look at each one of those. Powerline, front and center. My favorite color, yellow. It's gonna be hard not to play with him the very first time. The Goof himself, Mr. Goofy. Standing up there, look at that. All that detail on there. Very nice pieces, actually. I mean, they're obviously just plastic, but still very nice. Max, he's got more of a red color to him. Teal or gray, I don't know if I could call that teal, for Roxanne with her books. There you go. And PJ, kind of a magenta, if I'm looking at my colors correctly on here. Jessica says I'm colorblind, so I may be getting those wrong. And this is more of a gray or a off-white kind of in the light I'm looking at it right now, but Bobby. So there you go, 6 characters that you've got. These 4 different small cards, the big pile of the larger cards that'll probably be collected, the die piece, these small little flip tokens, reference cards, and then of course your instruction manual and your game board on the back, which is a big poster. All the things that you're gonna be getting with this game, all inside that box. And I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing video of a Goofy Movie game. Check it out. I had a great time with it, and you know I loved it simply because it's got the Goofy Movie theme. As always, check out the other unboxing videos that we have on this channel. We'll have some linked in the video for you. We appreciate you hanging out with us today, spending some time talking about this. Until we assemble again, may the Force be with you, and I'll see you real soon.